Hello, everybody. Welcome to We're Smarter Than This, a Star Wars review series.
Mm-hmm.
I am Bronson Fiore.
How you doing, Bronson Fiore?
Hi, Aaron Reynolds. That's Aaron Reynolds. Below.
Hi.
You here. There he is.
Yes, hello.
Um,
How you doing?
hey, man, we watched the last prequel we have to get through.
We did! Yeah. This was the one I was excited to get to, honestly. Like, Phantom Menace was big for my childhood, but I also knew it had its faults. And then, Clones, I knew was going to drag in one way or another. But this one, I always had the most confidence would hold up.
Yeah, so in my case, very similar. Loved Phantom Menace when I was a kid. Watching it now was better than I remember for sure. Clones was not as bad as I remember, but still a giant pile of shit. Just a giant pile of shit.
It drags. I love the info dump and like the setting up of everything, but the way in which they do it, it's not exactly exciting to watch.
Fucking A, man. And then this movie, fuck, man, this entire movie is good.
It's really good.
Like, from start to finish. Like, yeah, Hayden Christensen's acting leaves a little bit to be desired, but...
As far as I'm concerned, that's just Anakin.
But that's, that's one small piece of an overall film that is really fucking good.
It's a really good movie.
Like,
wow.
First off, it starts out with a great action set piece. Like, that space set piece, so good. Like, they don't open up with any fucking political talk or fucking weird, drawn-out bullshit. It's like, no, this is a fucking space fight.
They go right into it, and then, like, straight up, blades are out and swinging after they land.
Chop off a dude's fucking head.
That was amazing, and Palpatine's, like, straight to his Sidious turn.
Yeah, no,
from the beginning.
I loved it. Just like how you have the senator do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
What I always loved was that he was like, very good, kill him. How can you not interpret that as evil? But whatever.
I want my boss to do that at work one day. Just very good. You sold the insurance plan. Kill him.
Kill him. Kill him now.
I want that to happen to me at work one day.
No, you don't.
I don't know. Some of my customers, I would.
God damn it. It's gonna go out into the public somewhere. I hope you know that.
Aaron, I want you to fully know that, let's be real, of the two of us, I'm pretty sure that I'm the more likely to end up being a Sith.
Okay, well, yes. Of the two of us, sure. Yes.
Yeah.
I still sense light in you.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
You can turn now. Yeah.
It's just Count Dooku. There you go.
Count Dooku. You could end up like Count Dooku. Then where would you be? Headless.
Yeah, I'd love to be pretty old though. Guys.
Yeah, you would.
Guys, pretty fucking old.
That whole scene was crazy. There's the whole like the ship is going down, which I always like forget. But like the ship's going down, they're having to jump through like elevator shafts, and Palpatine is like doing well for having to do all that.
While still trying to hold the fact that I can't let them know I'm a fucking space wizard.
Yeah,
like that was
He's
pretty
held
good
for through two movies while also taking power, but yeah, that's hard. This was like the height of the Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker banter back and forth. That basically, I think, I haven't seen the Clone Wars show, but I imagine a lot of that show is that.
A lot of that show is that. I haven't seen a whole lot of that show, but a lot of that show is that. It's a lot better in that show too, to be fair.
Sure, I believe that, but like, I think everyone recognized that there was something there with that pairing, especially in 3.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, you can feel the brotherhood there.
Yes.
And then I also like the fact that you have our show's name comes from this one.
I knew that was a quote. I didn't remember which one it was from, and so I was happy it was from this one.
Yes. It's like, we're smarter than this. How did this
Apparently
happen to us? Yeah, that was real good. That was some good shit.
Okay, so yeah, and then that was when Palpatine made his move to be like, I want Anakin to be on the Jedi Council as a representative for Palpatine, and the Council was very, very, very suspicious of this for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that started the whole, is he a Jedi Master or not?
Right, it's like, how can you put me on the Council and not be a Master? This is absurd.
Yep.
You know, I'm just like, well...
Because, of course, Anakin took it personally when him being him has nothing to do with what's actually going on.
Right, and also it's like, dude, you're like the youngest person to ever be on the council. Like, you are like the next youngest person on the council is Obi-Wan, and he's like a decade older than you.
Yep.
You know? Like, what the fuck? You know?
Also, I just remembered he like cut off Dooku's head, and he was like, I shouldn't have done that. It's not the Jedi way. And then later, ObiWan Kenobi's like, you killed a Sith. Good job. And then left. Like, oh, okay.
What?
Great teaching, Obi-Wan.
You know, to be fair, though, I feel like that would be most of the Jedi.
At this point,
yeah,
right?
I think that any Jedi would be like, oh, you fucking got him. Good job, bud.
Mace Windu's in the corner, just like.
Well, I mean, you see Mace Windu later.
Mace Windu will do shit.
Mace Windu is not afraid to cut a motherfucker.
He's not afraid to cut off a head, specifically. Yeah. So, all right. But anyway, so that starts like the bigger split.
Which, you know, you have the Obi-Wan stuff is good. Like, it's entertaining. It is, like, with General Grievous and like
it's entertaining.
Yeah,
yes,
it's some cool set pieces. Like, you have that great fight with him. You have that reference, like, when he shoots him with the blaster. Oh, so uncivilized.
Oh, yes.
That nice little callback.
Good.
But, like, man, the Anakin plotline stuff is so good.
Oh, my God. It goes on forever, but, like, I gotta say, throughout most of this movie, I've seen it multiple times. Mm-hmm. And yet, just the tone of the movie, everything I know about, you know, the movies up to this point, especially with this recent marathon we've been doing, I had hope 2/3 of the way through the movie that he would not choose to go to the dark side.
I know, because, like, but then just, like, Palpatine, so, one of the best scenes of the whole movie is that, have you ever heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Yeah. And you just hear that, like, dark Sith music cue, and he tells the story, and you can see Anakin's into it, and it's at the fucking opera, and you're just like, oh.
That's such a good scene.
It's too good, bro. You know?
I saw a comment recently on the internet that said the original trilogy is like it's the hero's journey. The classic hero's journey, whereas the prequels are, and especially the third movie, is a Shakespearean tragedy.
I you know, that fits. I definitely see that. Like, it's so good, the entire, like, you know, a lot of this stuff is, you know, like, it's whatever, like the first two, but this one, you finally get that. And
that's the thing, is 1 and 2 you realize are all set up for this movie.
And this movie is so like just every piece of it is building up to the end conflict, which is the best fucking anything in this series, but we'll get to it in a minute.
Yeah.
Like, the Obi-Wan stuff is great, and you get all that stuff out. You get a little bit of the world building, and you get a little bit of that, like, you know, his fight with a ridiculous four-arm robot, you know, and, like, all that stuff is really cool. But then just, like, Anakin has his nightmare, and Anakin be homies with the Chancellor, but he's conflicted because, like, the Jedi are like, yo, you're gonna spy on this motherfucker.
This guy that you've been hanging out with, that Obi-Wan's been letting you hang out with, and who's been talking to you this whole time, we're gonna, and they have, both of them are asking him to spy on each other, and he just wants to hang out with Padme. He's like done.
He just wants to train to be a Jedi and be a hero and hang out with his wife.
Yep.
And like, he's having these horrible nightmares, and Sidious is the one who makes it so like you can prevent even the your loved ones from dying. And like he goes to windows like a Sith Lord, and just like Anakin, stay here. Anakin, stay here. And Palpatine, to be fair, fucked up 4 out of 5 masters.
I mean, no. Palpatine is incredible.
And that demon-ass scream
is the scariest goddamn thing.
Yeah, just comes out and just murks 4 Jedi, and is just like, all right, Mace Windu, you on your own.
Of all people, like, Mace Windu, sure. Go for it. And he would have done it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Anakin, Anakin's there, just like, no, he's too dangerous to be left alive. And then Palpatine pleads his case, and Anakin's like, nope, hand off. Palpatine's like, whoop, yeet, out the window.
Yep. That's the worst part, is that Anakin, like, totally catches on and finds out that Palpatine's a Sith Lord, and then, like, wonders about it, and then still reports Palpatine to Mace Windu and causes that part to happen. And everything was fine, and then he just had to go see what was going on.
And just, yep.
How did Palpatine know that he was having bad dreams? You think Anakin just told him?
Yeah, Anakin did tell him, remember?
Did he? Okay.
He's like, I've been having...
I was like sitting here thinking, like, did Palpatine give him that nightmare?
I mean, I think that Palpatine could have contributed to that. He is Palpatine.
Yeah.
In the extended universe, the canon and non-canon, when he died, there was actually like a literal giant rift in the Force due to the imbalance lost from the dark side. Like, oh shit, we need to make up for this.
Yeah, right. Well, goddamn.
So, there you go.
And just God, the whole Order 66 scene is heart-wrenching.
That is one of the best scenes. There's so many good scenes in this movie that are the best in the whole franchise. Like, there are a lot of, like, the prequels were worth it for this.
Well, that's the thing. Again, like we were talking about, like, 1 and 2 have their problems, and it's because they sacrifice a lot to set up this one movie being the thing. Yeah,
and, like, man, when you have that, like, that theme that's playing, and, like, you see these Jedi just getting execute Order 66, and you just see him getting murked left and right, and you see him, like, the Jedi Masters get taken out in the jungle, and, like, the one that always gets me is the pilot one, because it's, like, in the middle of the fucking air, and the one in the jungle where, like, 30 clone troopers are all just shooting at her on the ground.
Yeah. What?
And, and then, like, Obi-Wan...
I hate the one where, I forget who it was. I don't think it's Kit Fisto. I can't remember the name of the tall head guy, but he
Mundy.
leads...
Something Mundy,
Yeah, I can't remember the full name right now. But anyway, he leads them, and then he, like, runs out, and then they all stop short.
And he senses it. He's just like, he, like, deflects one and then just gets fucked.
Yep. That one sucks.
Yeah, that, like, Obi-Wan lucks out, essentially.
Obi-Wan lucks out.
Yoda...
You watch Yoda, like, feel it, and then he just destroys him because he's Yoda.
Yeah, well, yeah, like, he is technically the most powerful.
Yeah.
There's all these what-if videos of, like, what if you sent Obi-Wan to the Emperor and Yoda to Anakin? It's like, well, Anakin would probably be dead.
Yeah, right?
And Obi-Wan would probably survive, maybe?
he might survive, but he wouldn't defeat Palpatine.
No, especially because Obi-Wan is a master of the defensive lightsaber fighting.
Yep.
So he would just live forever.
Right.
You'd never strike him down.
Basically.
So and then you get the, Anakin, we need you to march on the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
And you get that him leading the clone army and, just murdering the Jedi. Just completely fucking them up. And then he goes in that one room, it's like, Master Skywalker. And you're like, oh.
Man.
Oh, no.
The kid flinching was really good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Whoever directed that kid, A+.
Whoever that kid was, A+.
Both.
Man, everyone, well done.
Yeah, that was, dude. No.
Also, okay, you could talk about Hayden Christensen's acting all you want, and I'm more or less indifferent. But when he cuts off Mace Windu's hand and watches him die, and you just realize he just betrayed everything, and he just goes, "What have I done?" You could just feel his heart wrenching in that moment.
You could just see, I fucked up so unbelievable.
My god. Yep.
Oh my god, I fucked up so bad. So bad. So unbelievably bad. Well, I'm committed now.
But yeah, he's like, I will do whatever you ask, because I'm in it. This is it.
I have joined the gang.
Yeah. It's either this or jail now.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And I ain't going back.
You're right. Fuck.
Fuck.
That scene was crazy. Yeah, Obi-Wan seeing killing younglings, and you're just witnessing this turn of Vader in slow motion, because you're having to watch people talk about Anakin doing this stuff.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and everyone's just fucking confused.
Yep.
And it's just what the shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's that they're just so confused, because it's this dude was the hero of the Clone Wars and all this other stuff. Straight up.
Yeah. And
so
God, and then that all leads to Mustafar.
Right, exactly.
Which Mustafar, and then Yoda and Palpatine fight.
Right. So both of these are incredible, but I mean, you have Anakin. First off, you have Anakin and Padme, and just that scene is so fucking heartbreaking.
Yep.
It's the saddest thing in the world. Just seeing him just seeing him choke out the person he fucking did all this fucked up shit for. Because he's a paranoid wreck of a man now. And then Obi-Wan, let her go. Just, oh my god. And you have their
It's all over. You turned her against me.
It's just
you have done that yourself.
Dude,
it's so good.
You're right. It's very Shakespearean in that way. It's, and then not only that, but you just have the fucking I believe the Jedi are evil.
Okay, well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that scene is a little
From my point of view,
yes.
This makes me feel angry.
Future, you can't just have your characters express how they feel. Maybe we should do a Futurama cast next.
Oh no, I love Futurama, but
10 seasons, 20 episodes apiece. You have to do 5 episodes a podcast.
You can't do an analysis necessarily of Futurama the way you do Star Wars.
You can.
It would just be us sitting here reciting the lines we like the most. Which I would enjoy doing, but we can do that before we record our podcast.
We can do that on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we can. Yeah.
We just did.
Shit. We're in it now.
Icon. Just what do you get when you cross? It's is that what's a hobbit? I don't know, but there's a hobo and a rabbit making a hobbit. Anyway, go
so, you could tell, like, and what makes this so amazing also is, and this will play into when we start ranking, is that this is basically the last lightsaber fight of the prequels, and it's the same people who are the first lightsaber fight of the original trilogy.
Yeah, and on the other side, like, I want to get the Yoda and Palpatine stuff out of the way so we can...
Yeah, let's do that, yeah. Yep.
So, I love how Yoda enters that room, and he is so strong with the Force that he's like, bitch... he smacks two elite guards so hard against the wall that they're both out. And I love how, like, the senator's advisor just leaves the room.
Right.
Like, he's just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just remembered this. Earlier in the movie, Palpatine's still putting on that act that he's not evil and not dictatorial, right, with Anakin in the opera scene. And he's like, sit down. And he just looks over to the other person and goes, leave us. Who does that but a Sith?
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, so...
That's
great.
So, and they have a really good fight. It's more of Yoda being peak Yoda. There are a couple of moments when you think he's going to get Palpatine. You obviously know he's not, but there's a couple moments where you're like, oh, shit.
Right.
I love it when Palpatine starts laughing and spinning the giant Senate seats. And then Yoda just catches one and just starts spinning it back.
I'm not sure why they were spinning it. Was that like the physics of the Force?
I guess.
Make it harder to catch. I don't know. But I was fine with it.
Cool.
Yeah. Force throwing. Sure.
The rule of cool, man.
Yeah. That whole scene was great. Yeah, a lot of good fighting. Seeing Palpatine fight, full on. Get to see him do it twice.
Yeah, like to see him go ham twice is really the like payoff, right?
Yeah, and the first one with Mace Windu was pretty damn good. But I remember there were some parts where it was like, you know how they like had to get like close up so that they could get whoever the actor was for Palpatine to do some like face shots so it looked like he was fighting, but he can't actually do any of the really hard shit. So it's just like a shot of him going,
yeah.
And I love that. I love it anyway. But the second fight, it's a good fight.
Right.
But yeah, then Yoda gets knocked down in a rather painful way. It didn't look good. But when you're paired up against another lightsaber fight that just so happens to be the most complex and crazy of all lightsaber fights.
Yeah, so I mean, we all know what it is. This is our main event.
Mm-hmm.
This is our, like, it's incredible the entire way through. Like, It's just, it feels like a fucking Dragon Ball Z fight. Like, it's just drag out long, like, they're going across this lava planet, they're shutting the security down on the lava planet, they're on floating platforms, fucking riding down a lava river.
When they go down that hallway and their lightsabers are cutting through everything on the sides and top of the hallway.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
It's so good.
It is literally just, like, this fight's, 10 minutes? And it's just 10 amazing minutes. Like, just, it makes any shitty part of the prequel worth it.
Oh, God.
Like, and then the dialogue at the end, right?
Oh.
They're just like, you were my brother, Anakin! Let's, like, all that stuff. Like, Obi-Wan just Anakin just like, I hate you. He's like, I have the high ground, don't do it. And you see Obi-Wan just like, please just fucking listen to me for once. Like, you just see it in his face and hear his voice just like, Anakin, fucking don't do it! Like,
and then, like, Anakin saying what he always thought and just, you underestimate my power.
Yeah, and just, you underestimate you having legs. Whoa! And then
now, yeah.
And then just Obi-Wan just like you just fucking McGregor's that guy's last name, right?
Yes, Ewan McGregor
does such a good job with that, like that speech. Like, you were my brother, Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
I loved you. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force.
Not leave it in darkness.
Yeah, just fuck it. Maybe you and I just like really hammy acting, but like,
dude, whatever. This is some great Dragon Ball. This is some anime ass speech stuff, and it's great.
Yeah, and I it just breaks your heart every time you watch it. Like, just talking about this, I want to rewatch the last like 30 minutes of this movie.
He just like succumbs to hate, and he's just straight up saying "I hate you" with the most guttural, awful noises.
You see the Sith eyes, and you see fucking him starts to set on fire.
When he sets on fire, and like Obi-Wan has to look away.
Yeah, like, and it's just
fuck me.
Fuck, man. And then Yoda loses, and he goes into the ship, and he's like, I must go into hiding.
Yep.
And Obi-Wan sees Palpatine's ship, and he's like, all right, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
And they all go into hiding, and they set up.
Padme.
Yeah, she dies.
She dies. I'm going to just assume they say like she has no will to live, which I've heard of that being a thing.
Yeah, there's totally cases of like people dying right after their loved one passes because of
they're just done.
They're just not feeling it. Like there's
Then combine that with being force choked and then having to give birth to twins.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, exactly. That's so yeah, all that together. I mean, yeah, like it's like that. I know the cheesy line on "She died of a broken heart," which I mean, like technically,
sure,
she did, I guess. Shut up.
Yeah, no. Just the one thing about this movie was that the beginning and end felt like they were cramming a bit.
You can tell they were really like, all right, we really need to get to that third act, so we
need to get this stuff going. Like, why are they named Luke and Leia? She just knew. I mean, apparently, episode 1, she was Queen.
Yep.
Of Naboo, and then second movie she was Senator.
Mm-hmm.
And third movie, what was she doing?
She was still Senator.
Was she still Senator? Okay. Because for a lot of that movie, she's just hanging out, brushing her hair and going like, "We can go by the garden." It's like, aren't you a senator?
Don't you have a job, lady?
And so it was like, I mean, maybe it's maternal leave or something, but maybe that, I don't know. I forget. Anyway. So I'm guessing she just had time to pick out names. She went to behindthenames.com and just started looking through, like Luke and Leia. Fine. If it's a boy, Luke. If it's a girl, Leia. There you go.
All right. Well.
So that happened, and then again another high. It ends on a high. Is they get Leia to Mr. Organa.
Yep.
And then Luke goes to Tatooine to Uncle Owen's home.
A moisture farmer.
And
man, one of those kids got a way better childhood.
Hey man,
if you're Luke 25 years later, fuck you, Obi-Wan.
That was the thing. It was why did we choose these spots?
Because Senator
Organa wanted a child.
Wanted specifically a baby girl. So
yeah, and so that made sense for Leia. But why would
so it's had to be somewhere Obi-Wan wanted to watch over him. So
again, why would Obi-Wan want to choose Tatooine?
Because the Empire's not fucking going there.
I guess
it's ruled by the Hutt clan.
I guess no one knew about Jakku either.
I mean, Jakku and fucking Jesus, I'm about to show how much of a fucking nerd I am. Jakku is very similar to Tatooine.
Yes.
Also a dirt hole run by mostly pirates and criminals. It is most notably known, though, because at the end battle of the Galactic Civil War, as it's known, between the Rebellion and the Empire, that's where the last battle takes place, and that's where the Rebellion finally crushes the rest of the Empire.
At Jakku?
Yeah. It's at Jakku.
Was that after?
That was after Return of the Jedi.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Fucking... I like Star Wars too much.
Is that in canon or out?
That is canon. That one's...
Okay.
Yeah. That is canon and a bunch of shit that leads up to Force Awakens.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, but I remember seeing that in theaters, that like it's on Tatooine, Uncle Owen's on the hill with Luke staring at the two suns.
And yeah, you get the two suns and you're like, fuck yeah.
And you remember what happens after that and you're like, oh, this the most silver of silver linings.
Yes. Is that Luke becomes a really good Jedi.
Yep.
For a short period of time.
A few years.
Well, at least like 15.
I mean, yeah, he was training some kids.
Yeah, so I mean, at least like he was at the point where like he had, you know, a group of teenagers at least.
Right.
Oh yeah, we also get to see that Padawan get murked. I almost forgot about that. Like when Organa pilots the ship in and he gets to the dock, and you see that Padawan just get murked by the clones.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a bummer.
That was just like, oh yeah, you go, kid. And, All right, so how are we ranking these? You want to go first?
I have a feeling where you're gonna go with yours, but maybe
okay.
I don't. Maybe I don't.
All right, so I'm gonna go worst to first, because to make it a little bit build of tension.
Okay, then I'm going to delete where I put the other two just so I can.
All right. Worst, Attack of the Clones, followed by Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Then Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Then we have New Hope.
Okay.
Then we have Empire. And then number one is this.
Yep.
Yeah, this movie is too good. It's too good! It appeals to my sensibilities too much, the shit I like about Star Wars.
Sure. Yes. It's very good. Okay, so I've been thinking about my list. And I want to clarify something while I place this movie. First, I'm going to start from worst to best here. Bottom is Return of the Jedi.
Alright.
Because fuck Ewoks.
That's why.
That's really the only reason why. It's I still enjoy the movie. Next is basically a tie. I have thought this through over and over again, but it's both 1 and 2.
Okay.
Because 1 is the more entertaining movie and enjoyable movie.
Okay.
I would rather watch 1 than 2, but 2 has a lot of really important information and context for the slow degradation of the Republic and the slow building of the Empire before the hard turn. And I just find that fascinating. It just happens to be in a mostly, if not entirely, boring package.
Except for that last...
Up until Mace Windu enters.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, there
basically,
you go. Samuel L. Jackson makes everything better.
Basically, yeah. Until his purple lightsaber enters, you're like, oh, shit. Next, I have Empire.
Okay.
And then at second, this is really close. This is almost a tie.
All right.
Second is Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Fourth is A New Hope. Or first is A New Hope.
All right.
And the reason is because they are both, I think, just fantastic movies and encapsulate what each of their trilogies are about. but I enjoy 4 because it is the beginning, it is the discovery of it all, and the wonder that comes with that. Whereas 3 is like the info dump of how it all came to be, and watching it all happen. And I just think they're both fantastic movies. Also, I like more positive, slightly more hopeful events.
This is also where we differ. Where I'm just like, burn it all.
Downer.
Burn it all to the ground. Give me my Breaking Bad and my fucking Irishman. I actually watched I finally got around to watching The Irishman.
How is it?
Really goddamn good.
Really?
If you like Martin Scorsese flicks, you will definitely dig this one.
I really like Shutter Island. I don't know about any of the other stuff.
Do you like Wolf of Wall Street?
I didn't see it.
That's another movie I'd recommend. It's really good.
Okay.
Has some the scene where they're on mushrooms might be one of my favorite things in the entire world.
That sounds amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
But should we just do a fucking movie podcast? Just once a week watch a movie?
Like how Giant Bomb does Film in 40s, I would totally be down with doing like either a commentary track over a movie or we just talk about a movie.
Yeah, we might think about that if
we're gonna think on these ideas and maybe we'll execute on one of them.
If any of the 10 of you like any of these ideas,
let us know. Send a message.
Because there's 10 of you.
Leave a comment.
There's, on average, anywhere from 9 to 15 of you, but the average is basically 10. So, let us know. Anyway.
That's the end of this episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man.
Alright. Well, that's it, man.
We have finished the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy.
Now that all that is left is the sequel trilogy.
Yep.
And then the 2 A Star Wars Story films.
And let me say real quick before we get into the rest of it is that at this point I really like Star Wars.
Turns out between this and finishing Jedi Fallen Order, I'm honestly thinking about just going all the way with this.
Oh no.
And going and watching those 2 animated series.
Oh man.
Not for this show, like on my own time.
Yeah, no, like I can't.
But... Yeah, like I'm thinking about like fuck it, I'll go watch those in my own time.
I mean, if there's demand for us to do that, sure.
Yeah, like if
I'll do it.
If all 14 of you, comment and be like, we want you to do Clone Wars, then well, fuck, I guess we're doing Clone Wars then.
We do what the fans want. Fuck. Anyway,
I do almost whatever the fans want on anything I've been on. It's why I've had to strip on Two Roomy's stream. Goodbye, horses.
So this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, you can catch us at twitch.tv/SuperGamecraft and also on YouTube at SuperGamecraft, where you're probably watching this. Yeah. I don't know. You might be watching it somewhere else. People pirate shit all the time. Anyway, bye, y'all.
See ya.